Woo!
Hi, ladies. Got a full house tonight.
We're gonna do your dance, ViVi. All right, go. You look nice today, ViVi.
Oh, thank you. It's scarf season.
Scarf season. It's
Yes,
more
it's
than
getting
scarf
there.
season. It's freezing up here. It
I
is so
bet.
beautiful. We're in Asheville. Yay. North Carolina. It is gorgeous, but it's supposed to get down to 29 tomorrow. And it's like, I haven't seen 29 for a long time. So, both in age and in temperature. Hello, everyone. Good night. How are you? It is Wednesday. Can you believe it? It's November, what? 17th. I was going to say 19th. And I am here with my crew tonight. We're all in one room. It's very special. I have Leanne Meier, once a nurse, always a nurse. She's a career nurse, blogger, influencer, IQMK partner, and most importantly, she's here with us to represent the power of antioxidants to about 70 hospitals that are in attendance at the Carolinas Hospital Public Relations and Marketing Society Conference. That's a mouthful, right?
Yes, awesome.
And on my left,
I think we're not broadcasting on the Muscadine Global. I just got a notice. I don't know if you can see it on your end. But I think we're just on live on your page, just FYI. Not sure why.
Okay, so then all right, that's fine. Hi, but we need to broadcast on Muscadine. So can you remove it? It says remove it and then re-add it. So yes, we'll remove it and we'll save the changes by re-adding it. Save changes, and it should be back on. Yes. Okay. Sorry about that little glitch. It's probably because
you're exhausted.
I'm exhausted. No, but I think that was prior to my exhaustion. Anyhow,
all right, awesome. Let's
again, I introduced Leanne, and then to my left is Dr. Alba Rodriguez, and a lot of you know her, but she is a neuroscientist that is here also as a part of our IQMK MusNatural platform to talk about her own research, her own personal experience, and to basically share the a role of functional nutrition in overall health and stress modulation. So we have had a very long day, all of us having gotten up before dawn. You take the cake at like 12:30.
12:30. Yesterday. No, this morning.
So we're all a little tired, but we're all very, very committed to sharing our excitement and some of the things that we are looking forward to in the next couple of days here in Asheville. ViVi, I know that you have a baby in the background that has a head cold, and that's awful. But I just want to ask you, how is your week? What are some of, do you have some people that have talked a little bit about their use of muscadine? Anything to share from that perspective? I know you've been very busy talking to people.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been really great to get to know how much people are interested in muscadine. One, because they've never heard of this amazing, powerful grape. And so it's, more of like sharing that knowledge piece, that we really love about IQMK. So those conversations have led to getting some folks primarily in Spanish. So next week we'll be having a nice virtual presentation and sharing the story and knowledge with about 5 people in the San Diego area. They're all Spanish speakers, so we're really excited. It's also a big excitement because we are, as many of you know, IQMK Global is now in Mexico. So we are having that binational momentum and that we're trying to just really pick up. And so it's exciting times for everyone, not just the people that are just learning about muscadine, but IQMK Global. And personally, it's been a big week of personal development. Yesterday and today, I did a relationship summit, a wellness summit with a military community. My husband is a USMC veteran, so we are connected to the military community, and they have put together lots of great resources. So it's been lots of learning with lots of experts on relationships and parenting, and that's been pretty fun. So, working on projects, meeting some goals and moving forward. So excited to hear about what you guys got going on and we can share about this conference.
So do you have the picture that I sent you today?
Let's see. It hasn't came in yet. No.
It hasn't come in?
No.
Oh, I didn't send it. I sent it by text.
Uh-oh. Okay. Let's see.
I can send it. Well, we're going to go ahead and get started. If you can, I'm going to go ahead and send it to you by mail then too, ViVi, okay? Because I know that sometimes it's hard to maneuver between the two things. I'd like to talk about this as being a very, very momentous occasion. To those of you who are listening, I was invited, this is one of the very first live and in-person non-digital conferences, non-virtual conferences in the healthcare industry. It is the Carolinas Hospital Society, and we're here to talk about new models in educating about health, communicating with physicians, patients, and just in general, how can education, language, promotion change our health? How can it help us have a better quality of life and a more vibrant, non-diseased life? And, I walked in, I was asked to speak, and I'm very, very proud that I'll be a keynote on Friday. My topic is about digital exhaustion and how sometimes people get so excited about telehealth and podcasting and all these, apps for your health on your phone, and they miss something really critical, and that is the sadness human beings feel in isolation, and how much healthier we are, just like right now, to be in the physical energy of people that care about me and that I love back. And that's really healthy, and that's proven really healthy. Interestingly enough, as I was preparing for my presentation, I went and reread the experiment of Harlow, and he used little rhesus monkeys, separated them from their mothers terribly in the first 48 hours of birth, and gave them two ways to get, two things in their cage. One was a little kind of just wire robotic figure that the monkey went and pressed the button, very simple mechanical button, nothing digital, and was able to eat. And that's, of course, critical to your life. And then they put another monkey figure that was warm and had soft fabric. And, you would think an animal would just want to eat because that's how you stay alive. But in fact, most of the monkeys ate, but many were undernourished because they all preferred to just hug and hold a piece of cloth because it was more like a mom than just the food. Powerful, man, just powerful. So we can get our healthcare from a telephone. And it's basic, and it may help you survive, but we can also get our healthcare from building a community that supports us, is knowledgeable, helps us through illness, keeps us on a journey towards health. And really, the whole MusNatural experience for me has been the latter. Tonight, I wanted to really thank both Dr. Alba and Leanne for taking the time to be with me here. And I wanted to ask them each why they're here and what they hope to achieve. One as a leading nurse and the other as a very dedicated researcher. Why are they here? Why are we with these hospitals? Besides Asheville being absolutely beautiful and wonderful, why are we here? So I'm going to kind of point the computer at you guys. So who would like to take that question first? All right.
I think I've been volunteered.
You've been volunteered. So go ahead, love.
I have to say a lot of what you just said. I was realizing actually here today that I have not physically seen Tanya for almost 2 years. And even though we've been in touch much of that time, almost every day, there was not that physical presence. And from the first moment that I saw her coming down, the hallway in the airport, there was just a gush of joy to be able to be in presence.
Thank you.
And I think that is a lot of what also we have with healthcare. I think a lot of people who are into the IT, and they've been talking about doing this IT or technical kind of interactions in healthcare for so long. And then it wasn't really catching on. And then COVID hits, and within 3 weeks, everything was digital. But I think what we have to come back to is that same thing that Tanya is saying. There is something about the physical sense. When I'm with a patient, I pick up from them a whole lot more than I do when I just see them. Partly because I think when we sit in front of a camera, we tend to, put our best face forward, and we're maybe not really showing all of who we are and what's going on for us. It feels uncomfortable. For a lot of people, they don't want a camera pointed in their face at all. Would that be Dr. Alba Rodriguez over here? And so I think there has to be a mix of some kind. There has to be some kind of hands-on, and that's what I'm kind of interested with this whole conference today, because there are people from 70 different hospitals. And what I'm all about as a nurse is to try to understand what is going on in healthcare, especially now with almost 2 years of COVID under our belt. To really just get a sense of where people are at, how much they're, thinking in one direction or another, and just to see if we can get some discussion going that asks some questions about, is this all there is?
Right. I've been hearing about, so in basically so many industries about the hybrid models. And I think that, that is one direction that things may go for a while. And that's just also, not just in all of our different niches, but the workforce, being some type of hybrid model. So we're really excited to, see how we can actually, be part of that, and, share what, especially with virtual teams, global teams, right? This organization, just like many in the healthcare, are global teams.
Exactly. So on here, I'm going to send this over to Dr. Alba, because she's already been running around to tables, running around to people, and people say, why are you here? And she says, I'm here to talk about antioxidants and the value they have on your health. And, it's just so great to have a scientist on our team, both from my perspective as someone who's here, resting on the laurels of 30 years of very traditional healthcare involvement. And I'm coming and as a partner in an organization that's not about doing surgeries, not about doing, technical diagnosis, but really about bringing health and wellness to people first and foremost, putting health back in healthcare rather than the diagnosis and treatment of disease. So, Dr. Rodriguez, I'm going to throw this camera right at you and ask you to talk a little bit about why you're here and what you hope to achieve.
And I got that picture, so let me know when you want me to put that up.
Oh yeah, go ahead for a second. Give us a little comic relief.
Go ahead, Dr. Alva.
Oh, I thought you were going to put the picture up. Sorry, I was waiting for the picture. Yeah, it was funny because we just went out to dinner to a cute little Japanese restaurant, and the young woman who was our server was asking us, "Oh, what are you guys doing?" And we were telling her, we're here at this conference, and we're talking about antioxidants, and we're talking about muscadine. Also, I mentioned to her because we're in North Carolina. And this is like the capital of the muscadine grapes, right? They're based out of here. I mean, this is where they grow. This is where we also get them in Georgia and Florida. But this is where, really, really is the headquarters, excuse me, of where the muscadine grapes are sold. And she was talking with us and very interested because when I said, hey, that's a great anti-inflammatory. And she was like, oh, I have these issues with inflammation and I'm so interested. I want to hear all about it. And so we told her, well, come be on our podcast. And hopefully, if she's not watching us now because she's working, hopefully she can watch us later on. So a big hello to you. And
I just realized we didn't invite her to our pancake breakfast.
Oh, no.
Oh, my gosh. We are tired.
Tomorrow.
I think I can run an invitation tomorrow.
Yeah.
What was her name?
Maddie.
Maddie.
Yeah.
Maddie,
Yeah,
if
so
you're
hi,
watching.
If you're watching, come have pancake breakfast with us tomorrow. You got my card.
Saturday.
I
my
don't know what day it
goodness.
is either. Text me. I'll tell you where it is. Anybody else who's in Asheville area, come have pancake breakfast. And we've got even low carb keto options for those of you who are watching your carbs. It's going to be Saturday morning. But I'm very excited to be here because, again, like Tanya and Leanne both said, it's one thing to do things virtually. I mean, but it's a poor substitute for real life. And one of the things we know from research even is, a lot of clinical trials, when they're testing things like a new drug or a new therapy or a supplement, and you're testing it, they always test against what? They test against the placebo, right? If you have a randomized clinical trial, you test your active treatment and against a placebo, a control. And often the control is a placebo. Like, for example, if you're testing a new drug, you might test it against what they call a placebo pill, a sugar pill, something that doesn't have any active ingredient. And the reason we do that is because any treatment you give can produce a healing response. And so we want to know, well, is this better than just the healing response? Now, what really produces a healing response really well is the interaction between people. So that
And the release of oxytocin.
Right.
and that's
Right?
part of it.
That
Yes.
hormone that
And
makes
there's
us feel better.
a lot of things that go into the healing response. And that's includes relationships, meeting with someone face to face, talking with someone. So I think that's something that we can lose in this kind of digital age. So it's I remember the first time I really got out at all was to a conference in Houston, not too long ago. And I was just so happy to see real people in the same room. It was just like, I couldn't believe it. So it's wonderful to be here, to be with people, to be with back in kind of the healthcare space, because I spent about 12 years working at a major health system in Michigan. And so, it's just great to be here and great to be talking with people about something I've done a lot of research on, which is not specifically muscadine, but antioxidants, how they affect you, how they can help you, how they can help prevent a lot of issues, dementia, everything from dementia to cancer. All of those things can be, as you get healthier and you have more antioxidants, that helps counter the negative effects of some of these things that we experience in everyday life, these free radicals, oxidative stress that affect us in so many ways that you wouldn't even believe. And we could get into that, but that would take forever.
I know.
but that's kind of where we're here. And just because Tanya asked me to, and when Tanya asks me, I usually say yes, just because she's such a wonderful person that I want to support her.
Oh, that's very sweet. And we're all here to support each other. And that's really the most amazing thing that Mike has brought as a gift to me is to, there is success in service. There is success in service. And when we lose sight of that and we believe that success has to do just with money, we create such anxiety about not having enough, and such anxiety about having to keep producing money. But when you start to redefine success as being in service to yourself and others to create a better world or a healthier community or more empowered nurses or less demented old people,
Or
which I'm
less
quickly
demented
becoming
us.
less demented us.
people.
When you do that, life just becomes far more meaningful, far more purposeful. Vivi, I know earlier in the week I had sent you a link to our Facebook. We do have, not Facebook, our YouTube, which is Global Muscadine on YouTube. And I had posted up there this week, and I thought that maybe we can, if we can technically do it, put up that video. It's only 3 minutes. It has an annoying digital voice, which makes you realize how you miss human voices. However, it's supposed to like be like scientific, like a robot teaching you science. But the facts and the science in this 3-minute video are pretty profound. Do you have that link? Are you on mute, Viv?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, it's not letting me. I feel so
Oh,
bad.
no.
I'm trying to do technical things. So I'm gonna try to put it up while we go a little bit. So I just don't want us to wait.
Okay, that's great. All right, so let's go back to why we're here and how we can create really powerful things. So our purpose here this weekend is to really help inspire change, right? Inspire change in the way people at hospitals view future of healthcare, right? From one that's all about kind of digital virtualization and surgeries and technological diagnostics and promoting and marketing those, to other models of healthcare that are whole person, that includes what you eat, how you feel, just everything about being human. Is, there was a quote that I came up with in the presentation, which is about healthcare today is about reconnecting health to humanity. And if we can follow that to reconnect health to humanity, and if we can include such an amazing nutritional resource that really changes your system from one of like a lot of kind of cracks and possible illness to one of protection of antioxidants, which is MusNatural, wow, that really does change things. And as Dr. Alba talks about, one of the things that muscadine really does is it helps us modulate stress in our bodies. And the more research shows what kills us, what brings us incurable types of cancers, cardiovascular disease that is, just degenerative, is all about oxidative stress. It's when our bodies can't stop stressing, and it affects the very cellular system of our health. And to combat that, you need constant, steady, good nutrition. It's almost impossible to be consistent with just from our regular food sources. So, that's our reason. And I have to take this opportunity to also say that we'll be gathering, and you don't have to be a MusNatural eye partner. You can just be someone seeking a new type of health and life enlightenment, if you will. That's January 13th through the 15th in Orlando, Florida. We are going to have our first gathering, and it will be a powerful new year, new you, new life. And I know that all of the leaders of our organization are committed, really committed to making this experience something that none of us have ever had before. One, we're never going to be healthier than we will be in 2022 together. The more we learn about muscadine, the more ways we have to integrate it into our diet, the stronger we become. The other thing that this conference will do is unite teams, unite communities, help us repurpose why we're in this field, why we're telling people about antioxidants and MusNatural. And then third, I think it's really going to show us new models in being honest with ourselves. What is holding us back? We all dream, but so few of us achieve on a daily basis. And many of us complain. And of course, we all blame and rationalize everything but the truth, which is we get what we work for, right? We get what we work for. And you may want something, and you may even have a really cool plan on how to get it. But unless you achieve that plan each and every day and make it a priority, you're going to blame everybody else for not getting your dream done. And so part of the goal of this meeting is to help us all break through. And I love that. Break through the resistance we have to our own success. Okay, we got it. Muscadine. Go ahead, V.
Let's see. Let's hope we get the audio. So give me thumbs up if you can hear it, okay?
Though they rose to popularity since early 19th century. And since then there has been no looking back. It is said that most of the people of the world have had this variety of grape in some or the other form, like jelly, jam, and wine. But very few of us are aware of the amazing medicinal properties that it has. In this article we will discuss top 10 health benefits of muscadine grape. The first and foremost known health benefit of muscadine grape is its anti-cancer properties. Extensive researches have shown that eating this variety of grape as it is or its extract is capable of preventing as well as arresting the growth of carcinoma cells. It can surely not replace the full-blown cancer drugs, but when taken as supplement, helps as faster recovery. The antioxidants present in muscadine grape are beneficial for the health of the heart. The extract of this fruit relaxes the arteries and dilates the blood-carrying vessels to promote better blood flow through them. Muscadine grapes have anti-inflammatory agents that help in reducing any kind of inflammation in body. This improves the overall health of the body and keeps pains and aches away. There are about 90 different types of antioxidants found in muscadine grape. They purify the blood, neutralize the body from free radicals, remove toxins, and promote the regeneration of healthy cells. Among other medicinal qualities, antibacterial properties of muscadine grapes need special mention. Studies have shown promising results in its efficacy in treating E. coli bacteria. Research is done to use this antibacterial property of the grape and using it as preservative. This is one component not much found in any other fruits and only variety of grape to contain. It is highly active antioxidant known for its capacity to resist tumor formation in its malignancy.
Wow.
In a lab test, the skin and flesh of muscadine grape has successfully inhibited the growth of the cell of prostate cancer. Muscadine grape is an excellent source of fibers. It is said to have more content of dietary fibers compared to oats, which successfully lowers serum triglycerides, cholesterol, and blood pressure. Muscadine grape extract is a rich source of minerals like potassium, calcium, iron, etc., carbohydrates, and protein, but is low in calories and there is no saturated fat. The nutrients found in it help boost your immunity and at the same time aids in weight loss as well. The dietary fiber found in this grape is soluble in water. It delays the absorption of glucose, regulating the sugar level in bloodstream. It also enhances skeletal muscle sensitivity for insulin. The highly active antioxidants in muscadine grapes are beneficial for skin and hair. It stops the early signs of aging in its tract, removes blemishes, and improves your complexion, leaving a healthy glow on skin.
Thank you. It's funny. I'm going to ask Leanne to talk a little bit about her thoughts on how we need to change. She's
Hey
very much.
everyone, I'm Maggie with Change of Raiment. Today's video
What
is about
happened? I'm
10
sorry.
amazing health
What-
benefits
What's
of muscadine.
Well, that's another video.
If you're wondering why
Sorry about that.
Okay.
That
I
was you,
before
Leanne.
it's okay. Before we talked to Leanne about, and her right now, her soapbox, her platform is about changing healthcare from the inside out, using truly nurses who know that health is at the center of the healthcare system, and that doctors should not be, ATM machines for hospitals. They really should be first and foremost health planners for their patients, where nurses have pretty much never felt that they were ATM machines for hospitals. And instead, they have very much felt that they were patient champions. So we're going to talk a little bit about her platform and what she's really working on right now, and how just the knowledge of something like MusNatural can help that change happen. But I wanted to just point out this week, I like to collect stories, not just for myself to say, oh, things look this way, or I don't have this pain, but the stories of my team that are all building their own teams and collecting their own stories. But this one's interesting. Every day I don't see that Ghana's in the house, but every day this week, I got little pictures of the screen of one of our eye partners in Accra, Ghana, high blood pressure monitor. And his doctor is totally stumped. For years and years, he never had a read under one. He said 145, 147, 90 something to 100. And for the last 10 days or so, it's been 130, and today or yesterday it was 124 over 80. And he is so excited because when it happens to you, when you actually see it, like I did with my A1C from 12.8 to 6.2, you just think, okay, am I going crazy? Because all my life I've been taking all of these pills and needing health insurance to get them. And it's just been, it hasn't been effective. And here's something that is 100% food, and I'm good. Like, how did that happen? And I think that's the kind of response that we got from Kofi, and hopefully a testimonial, because he's really blown away. He was blown away with his colitis, and now that it's affected that kind of chronic risk that he has with borderline blood pressure. His doctor can't believe it either. So that's the question. I'm now going to turn to Leanne. A doctor can't believe it. How do we get healthcare providers to let go of this loyalty to pharma? So I'm going to let you talk a little bit, because I know this is your life's work, and you embrace nurses that do kind of holistic care as well.
Speaking of stories, I think it's real important to understand more than just the theory. And that's one of the things I think is really great about this product, because we're really trying to get it down to one human to, how many humans are listening. So I am 67 years old. I've been a nurse for almost 50 years. I have been taught, I have taught others. I know intellectually that food is critical to the health of who we are, and how long we can live, and the kind of life, the quality of life that we live. I know all this, but I've spent my entire life doing all the wrong things. And very belligerently, well, I don't need to stop eating sugar. And even though it's causing me severe pain, even though I'm getting inflammation that, my doctors and different people who have tried to work with me can't just make it disappear. But it's because no matter what they are doing for me, or even I am doing with them, I continue to go back and eat all the wrong foods, not get enough exercise, all of those things that actually make my life worse. You would think, in fact, it actually was Dr. Rodriguez was one of the people that 2 years ago said something about, when there's something simple to relieve severe pain and bring somebody back to having a much better life, why would you want to not do it? And as soon as I heard that, I kind of shrunk a little bit. I was like, I'm not quite sure. So it's just like that started me off. And then over a period of about 2 years, I started being around people who were healthy, talked healthy, acted healthy, did not judge me for not being healthy, but really always encouraged, always, offered, do you want to lose this pain? Do you want to move your life forward? And I always felt like I was being held back by pain that I had from birth defects all the way up to present. So it was, I think about February. No, it was probably January when Tanya started talking about that she'd heard about this and she was thinking about doing it. And I had known her for almost a full year, and knowing that she was getting into deep physical health and to some extent mental emotional problems, because when your health isn't good, the rest of it goes right with it. So I was watching that, and then I saw her start to take it, and within a very short period of time, within days, within weeks, changes were happening. So it burst against all of my belligerence that, no, I don't have to do this. No, this isn't right. And so about the same time, I started talking to an advanced practice RN who is now working with me to try and help create a healthy healthcare. And we want to do that using nurses. But she had such a pure-hearted desire to prevent the chronic diseases that I myself was creating in my life. And again, not judging me, but really encouraging me that there were things I could do to make it better. So between, excuse me, the things she suggested and then taking the muscadine, one of the things I had a real problem with from January until about March was I was really having trouble with brain fog, to the point that I was barely able to work many days, barely able to do anything. So finally, when I got tired of all this, Tanya had said, well, what the heck, just try this. And by the fourth pill, excuse me, I start talking, my throat gets dry.
We are in the mountains, though.
I started to feel the brain fog lift, and it kept getting better and better. I'd been trying to lose weight forever. And all of a sudden, like 1 pound a week, it was just kind of slipping away until now I've lost about 25 pounds, and it still continues to just kind of slide away. Not, where you hear on television, oh, I lost 150 pounds in 6 days. Not a good thing to do to your body. So yeah, just that's kind of where I'm at, is now I'm working with lots of nurses across the country where we want to help set up nurse-led integrative medicine clinics based on helping people get healthy, helping them stay healthy, and not have to get into the chronic, horrible problems that people have been getting into for the last 30 years. So that's me.
I am so blessed to be doing this enterprise with truly coughing women. We are at high altitudes, and none of us drank water today because we were setting up that beautiful display. Mike, thank you for helping us kind of figure out what to do. But I am so proud because, my scientific education is like, I just read, listen, learn, repeat. But these women are real kind of clinical and research experts, and they're on our team. Partners, they're on our team. Those that are listening that want better health. I remember, it's funny, I remember Leanne saying, I don't know how much longer I can do what I'm doing because my mind isn't right. Her mom, God bless her, is 94 years old, and she's taking so much of my time. She would say that my mind isn't going well. that's gone. I mean, I can get on the phone with her, and not only does she not sound like that anymore, she is like sharp, and she motivates me. And that's really a gift, you know, that is really a gift. So I think as we create teams, when somebody asked me the other day, Tanya, I can't believe you're doing a network marketing thing. Like, you never like allowed me to even talk about what I was doing in network marketing, and here you are. And I said, oh, I'm not in network marketing. I'm building teams for health. And when things are big enough, I'm going to have my teams compete. Like, who has the best results with their teams on Muscadine and their teams? And let's gather those stories, because I don't think we can change healthcare until we get to a tipping point where there is not a doctor who hasn't seen somebody who said, you know, I tried this stuff called MusNatural, and my morning glucose numbers are like 20 points lower. I think you better look at my meds. And I want that doctor to get kind of sick and tired of hearing about this MusNatural and go online and try to figure it out, or better yet, call me or someone on my team to try to figure it out. Because the truth is, things don't change until there's a density of brand knowledge, right? Pharmas do that by buying billions of dollars in ad space. And I still can't believe that's legal. We can't advertise wine, but we can advertise medication, right? To me, you know, and I'm sorry, I made a lot of money in my career supporting pharma and the side effects, right? But I'm not anti-pharma. There's a real role for pharma. I mean, when I went through my cancer, I did shut down all of my hormones with a pharma drug. Thank God for it, because you can't really do that naturally. But I will tell you this, it's time that we put a stop to being influenced by billion-dollar advertising campaigns. And we are more influenced by real testimonials like the one we just got from Leanne, just totally unsolicited. That's what doctors need to listen to, and that's what we need to listen to with each other. And I'm going to say that again, that time that we gather in Orlando, if you're not registered, just please call me. I'll help you find a way there. We've got to get you there, because it is, I can feel the groundswell, and you can't have a groundswell without people as a part of it. I don't believe in Zoom calls. Ask anybody. You know, this is the most I do kind of digital meetings. I sit on Zoom calls just looking at anything to get off of them. And I'm sorry, I've been doing them now for 2 years, and I'm kind of ready to throw my laptop away. But
Yeah.
but I won't do that. But you know, when we're together, we will understand more clearly what we can achieve individually. It's hard to do that in isolation. And so www.iqmkevents.com. Real simple. Go there, register for this conference. You can put in Orlando 100. Mike, I'm giving away the secret sauce there, but it's $100 off of your registration. May not be there much longer. So if you're hearing this, please just go and do it. Come, we've got 2.5 days of real excitement and real curriculum that will give you courage to create a new life for yourself and optimal health. I don't think we can stress enough how important that is. But I was going to say, I don't think we can announce this, but I think we can, because Mike already said he's excited about it. These two people that I have with me are listened to by the healthcare. I'm a rogue. I've always been a rebel. I've always been a rebel, but I've been successful as a rebel. I've developed campaigns for hospitals and pharma that have brought them a lot of money. That's great. These women, they're not rebels, but they're quiet rebels, and they want big change. And so we are planning a very big IQMK presented tour. And the tour is going to be for nurses who want to reclaim their health and their vitality in the nursing profession. It will be brought to communities. I have my first commitment by hospitals. for their nurses and for other nurses in the community. Leanne will present about pivoting careers, about her experience with nutrition and committing to yourself. Dr. Alba will talk to people about committing to get rid of the pain in their lives, the stress. She and Dr. Nunez have a system, a proprietary system called somatic functional therapy that goes hand in hand with the use of antioxidants to not just manage pain, but resolve it, to get rid of it. Like my back is gone. Even today, where I carried, thank you, Mike, those very heavy banners. I had no idea they were like 40 pounds, along with a suitcase it was like 20 pounds over. So it was like 70 pounds. It's just my shoulders and upper back. It's not that vertebrae that slipped out. So, and I did up my muscadine. I had 9 pills today because I don't want any pain tomorrow. But I'm just telling you guys that we are going to gather groups of nurses starting in the Southeast, where, we're rooted and we've got lots of supporters, lots of nurses that are on my MusNatural team for health. And we will have, of course, IQMK as a presenter, but we also already have some other partners, food delivery. One in particular in Florida that does an anti-inflammatory diet. And so everyone wants in on this. And we are finding that hospitals are truly open to the possibility that they can become epicenters of whole health as long as they can make money at it.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it? It's so exciting.
That
So
is pretty exciting.
yeah, so we need to go to bed because we got to get up at 6:30 and we've got to be at the MusNatural table, and I've got to be out there talking to hospitals and to executives there about how we can really change our model to be more inclusive of diet, more inclusive of community, and dare I say more inclusive of love and hope, because what, we just lived through the worst. I think a beautiful leader in IQMK, Lynette, said, we've lived through, the most dismal years that anybody, that's this age. I mean, it was like in the whole world, right? It's not like World War II and all those wars were bad, but we understood them. It's just dismal. It's just bleak. And how do we recover? Well, people are willing to consider new ways. And IQMK Global and MusNatural is the easiest way I've ever found to be this happy and this healthy. So I'm going to just shut up and drink some peppermint.
That will never happen.
That will never happen, will it? But I love everyone who's watching the Philippines. I just can't wait till those gates in your airports open up, because I'm going to come running through with outstretched arms to all of you, Peachy and Agnes Wright, that have been such supporters of me in we don't know each other. But so good night, everyone. Good morning to the rest of you. And ViVi, as always, it really helps me when you close out because it's so authentic. And good night, everyone. Thank you. And wish us luck tomorrow. We'll put up pictures on Muscadine Global.
We're looking forward to the pictures, and we thank you very much, ladies. I know what doing conferences is, done them for many, many years, and it's lots of work and lots of sharing. So thank you so much for your time, for your inspiration tonight, for your knowledge, for your continuous, just support of this human experience. I call it, humanics, and I'm here because a holistic approach in, mind, spirit, and body is something that I've embodied in this chapter of my life. And so surrounding myself with like-minded individuals is definitely a blessing. So I aspire to learn more, share more, and we wish you the same to our IQMK Global family. Sign up for Orlando. We want to see you there. We're taking a break next week, right? So we're taking a break next week. We won't be here for Heard It Through the Grapevine on Wednesday, but we'll resume the following week, December 1st. And we are going to have some more guests, more information.
Yeah, and our commitment on December 1st is, poor Sarah. She was stuck in really good things in the senator's office when she was supposed to be on, but she will be on right after Thanksgiving. And then after that is kind of the world recognized historian of the African diaspora. Her name is Professor Bayina Bello, and she's also a dedicated I partner with IQMK Global, so that will be a great session.
All right, MusNatural, IQMK Global family, have a great rest of the week, and eat healthy and stay positive. And please reach out to us with any questions and any information about MusNatural and muscadine and the most powerful antioxidant I've ever known of. So take care and have a great rest of the week. Bye, everyone.
Thank you.
Good night.